everybody. So today I thought I would share with you why I went vegan and how I went vegan, because why not? Since my vlog is all about, well, me, I figured being vegan is an important part of my life, and I figured, well, I'll share more of that with you guys. Not that any of you asked, but let's go for it. And I want to make it clear, this is not a place to bash vegans. This is not a place to bash meat eaters. This is not a place to bash anybody. This is just me sharing the reasons why I went vegan, how I went vegan. If you're interested, if you're not, well, hopefully you still watch this video to support me. So before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss when I post a new video, which is daily. So I went vegan when I was 20 years old. I was in Wisconsin at the time, visiting my grandma. And for any of those that have never been to Wisconsin and don't know, I mean, Wisconsin's like the cheese state. Cheese heads and cheese curds and just cheese. So obviously the best place to decide to go vegan. And where I had actually heard of the term vegan, funny enough, was from Jared Leto. And for those that don't know who he is, he's Jared Leto, you can look him up. And yeah, I don't know if he's still vegan or not. I have no clue, but this was like a couple years ago. So I've been a vegan for a good solid 4 years now, which is pretty crazy to think about. I don't know, I think I was watching an interview of him and he was talking about being vegan, and I was like, wait, I've never heard of this before. And it got me thinking, and I was like, oh, I should try. But there were a couple of factors as to the reason why I went vegan. It wasn't just because I heard an actor talking about it that made me want to go. As I've talked before, I've dealt with acne issues in the past. I was wondering if maybe giving up cheese and things like that would maybe help with my acne. It didn't, but you can't hurt to try different things. And I also went for health reasons because meat, for whatever reason, was really starting to upset my stomach when I was like 20 or so years old. I'm not sure why, because I grew up eating meat, but for some reason it just like really started to upset my stomach. So it was actually pretty easy to like stop eating that stuff. Before I went vegan, I had already stopped eating things like pork chops, or like pork and ham, and a lot of like beef stuff. I had already stopped eating that stuff long before I decided to go vegan because it just upset my stomach so much. So I was mostly eating like chicken and things like that, and even that started upsetting my stomach. So for health reasons, it was pretty easy to get rid of meat. Yeah, and then I talked to my mom about it, and she was like, oh, okay, so it's interesting. I asked if she wanted to go with me, and we went vegan together, so, which I think helped. I think going vegan with another person can really help because you guys can be each other's support system, because completely changing your diet is not an easy thing. And there's like people who decide to go vegan for like YouTube videos, right? Where they'll be like, oh, I went vegan for a week, and then they talk about how much they struggled and how they failed and they can never go vegan. It's because they're going about it completely wrong. How a person goes vegan, at least this is how my mom and I, how we went vegan, was we did it over time, right? We did not go cold turkey. What we would do is we would choose a meal and say, okay, so for dinner, right, we usually would make like 3 different dishes. So we usually would make a meat dish, a veggie dish, and a other side dish. So when we were going vegan, we were like, okay, how about this? We'll keep 2 of our dishes the same, and we'll incorporate a new vegan dish into the mix, right? So maybe our main dish would still be meat, but then a side dish would be vegan. And the next night, maybe the main dish would be vegan, and maybe a side dish would not be vegan. Right? Things that we were familiar with while we were introducing new recipes into our diet, which helped, I think, our taste buds get adjusted to different foods. This way we weren't going hungry because we were still eating foods that we knew we liked, but introducing new dishes into our diet that we ended up liking. And if we didn't end up liking something, well, then at least we weren't going hungry. Right, so that would be my advice for anyone that wants to go vegan. Do not go cold turkey. Continue eating the things you normally do, right? But start introducing new vegan dishes into your diet till you get enough vegan dishes that you know you like to successfully go vegan. That way, you're not gonna go hungry and starve yourself. And being vegan, it's a process, right? It's not just like when you look up ingredients on packages at the grocery store. You know, those are things that you learn how to do over time, right? And as a person goes vegan, like for me, I initially went for just my diet, you know, so I went plant-based, right? And then over time, it became about having like skincare be vegan, hair care be vegan, you know, like everything be vegan, right? Beyond just the diet. And that's something that happened over time. And that's why like I never pressure like a newly formed vegan into becoming the perfect vegan, because that's ludicrous, right? You gotta take your time, you gotta go at your own pace, because if you go at your own pace, you'll become more successful and be able to consistently stay vegan longer in life if you take it slow rather than just quickly try changing it too quickly. And also another tip that my mom and I did when we went vegan was we gave our favorite foods that weren't vegan a last hurrah, right? So pizza, for example, instead of just giving pizza up and saying, okay, you know, we're never gonna have this again. Let's say we ate pizza Saturday night, then we decided to go vegan Sunday night, and now we can never have pizza again. What we decided to do was, after deciding to go vegan, we're like, okay, we're gonna have pizza one more time, and this will be our last hurrah to it. We'll say goodbye to it, which will make it easier to stop eating it, knowing that we could savor this last moment of non-vegan pizza, because obviously people do make vegan pizza. We can savor our non-vegan pizza and then say goodbye to it and move on with our life. And I think like saying goodbye to some of our favorite foods and like savoring the last moment with them made it easier to give them up. It made it easier to not crave them as much after going vegan. And yeah, so those are just a couple of my little tips. So to repeat them, do not go cold turkey. Slowly integrate new vegan dishes into your diet until you have enough vegan dishes and enough knowledge of nutrition and things like that to successfully go vegan without being hungry all the time. Say a last hurrah to your favorite meals before you go vegan. And also, if it's possible, try to go vegan with another person. It might not be, which is okay. But if it is possible, then, you know, there you go. It definitely helps. And another last piece of advice, like I'm not an intense vegan. I like to say I'm a pretty chill vegan. Like I always tell people, you do you live your life, that sort of thing. So my advice when going vegan is really do not try to force other people into changing their diet, because then that's gonna make more people not want to go vegan. Just go vegan for yourself, and hopefully over time that can enact change for other people to go if they so choose. But you can't force someone, because that's not okay and it's never gonna work, and there you have it. But okay, well, so I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of, another short video of me talking about my process of going vegan. I would say it took me probably a solid 3 or so months to fully go vegan when I initially went. And I've been a successful vegan for the past 4 years now. So that's good. Now comment down below if you're on any particular diet or not. And again, no shaming anybody. Just be nice, be kind. And yeah, so have a beautiful, wonderful day. See you guys. Oh, somebody already wagging his tail. Oh, he's really going. You're really going, baby. Hi, you. That tail's really going, baby boy. He's like, and I'm done. You're good, baby? Okay. Okay. I have to admit, the only thing that probably makes me not 100% vegan is occasionally I'll kill spiders with my fly swatter. Do not judge me. They're creepy. I can't help it. So